Star Wars Outlaws is coming very soon. Ubisoft is relying on this game to make up lots of money alongside Assassin's Creed Shadows, but just like Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's being wrung through the mud. They posted 10 minutes of exclusive gameplay on IGN's YouTube channel, and just as expected, they are getting torched. If you look in the likes and dislikes, you have 12K likes to 69K dislikes at this point in time, which is similar to the reaction that the first trailer had for it, where I think right now it has over 120,000 dislikes. One of the most disliked game trailers that Ubisoft has put out ever. Assassin's Creed's trailers are also getting torched. We all know why. People are upset at Ubisoft for various things. Let's take away the woke agenda and DEI side. You know, the Yusuke controversy, the fact that Kay looks really ugly compared to the model that they used for her character. Let's look at that aside. I mean, Ubisoft, their pricing arrangements for their games, for the quality of what the games are, is debatable. The people that work there said we need to get used to not owning our actual games. So of course they're going to be wrung through the mud. And you can see they are getting torched in these fucking comments to the point where people are just like, yeah, we're not buying this. This looks awful. This looks bad. We're going to look at some of this gameplay footage here in a minute. There's one section that I want to show you guys that's absolutely hilarious, and it's already quickly becoming a meme. In fact, it's the highest replayed part of this video. But let's just get to what's going on right now, because Ubisoft actually already responded to the backlash of this gameplay, which I was taking a look at this article from the Park Place, and they summed it up pretty good, and I got some screenshots from here just to show you guys some banger comments from the comment section of that video. You can see right here, Centurion of Terra says, IGN single-handedly saving us all money. And that's the thing, is a lot of people are thinking Ubisoft games aren't worth it when they initially come out anymore because of the lack of quality, the, I guess, tired, age-old gameplay mechanics that they have, which is sad because, I'm gonna be honest, I was looking forward to checking this game out. I still might play it, you know, all issues aside, but I'm going to take a wait-and-see approach now. Most Ubisoft games go on sale weeks, like almost immediately after they come out. So yeah, you can see people aren't too happy with what they're seeing here. And that's just all DEI aside. All the controversies that we've been seeing as far as diversity goes, that's being injected. We've seen community managers at work for Star Wars Outlaws be racist towards white people that say hateful things about straight male gamers. You've seen it all. Now you can see former Bandit right here in the comment says, how to save 80 euros in 10 minutes. And then Crankin, spoiler, is going to refer to something we're going to look at here in a minute, says that thermal detonation is the worst thing I've ever seen in a modern video game, laughing my ass out loud. And then this bottom one says, guys, the AI is completely lifelike. It was just programmed by the director of Secret Service, which is another spoiler of something that we're going to see in the gameplay here. So they delivered 10 minutes of footage, which, yeah, okay. For the most part, I'll admit the game looks okay, but that's usually what Ubisoft is. Okay, let's make a safe game with the same Ubisoft formula, even if it's something as big as Star Wars, and, you know, at the end of the day, it'll be a game that you play through a couple times. There's nothing really memorable about it. I mean, like, look at Watch Dogs Legions. I played that, and I was just like, yeah, played it for like a couple weeks, never touched it again. I think the last great Ubisoft game that I truly enjoyed was Valhalla. And that's because it had a lot of content. You're going to see right here quickly, even though it's a Star Wars game where you think there's tons of things in the universe, there's not a lot of content. There's a lot of empty space, and yeah, it's on Tatooine, it's a desert. But when you think of like a Star Wars open world game, there's certain expectations that at least I have as a longtime Star Wars fan. And again, this is all, oh, this game is woke aside. You know, again, the fact that there's a female protagonist doesn't bother me so much. There's potential with it. It's more the fact that they went out of their way to make her look ugly and not appeal to the straight male gamer that all these wokies hate. And I know that sounds like a ridiculous argument and stuff that, you know, us grifters cry about, but it's true. And you've seen all the ways, all that aside, let's take away the gameplay mechanics and graphics aside. Look at how some of these community managers at work for Ubisoft, especially with Star Wars Outlaws, how hateful they've been towards grifters and right-wingers and straight white men and anybody that's right-wing. They're all fucking nuts. But anyways, let's take a look at some of this gameplay footage. So you can see it looks okay. But if this is supposed to be 4K, it could look a lot better. You can see a lot of the stuff, textures, things like that, don't look that great. And people were voicing that, actually, in the comment section, which we're going to look at in a minute. And again, Ubisoft responded. Even IGN responded. So let's look at what IGN says real quick in regards to the gameplay footage. They actually came out and said, we noticed this video isn't airing at optimal quality by default. Please make sure to adjust your video settings to ensure the video has the proper fidelity. So a lot of people in the comments were saying that this looks like crap, that this doesn't look like 4K. IGN is saying that it's because YouTube is fucking up. You'll see in a minute, there's frame rate drops in the gameplay. There's a lot of other issues, ridiculous looking explosions. This game's getting torched, guys. It's getting absolutely wrung through the mud. Now, you can see people are laughing about it. Calm down, guys. This is footage from the Nintendo GameCube version. Is this another quadruple A game? The explosion effect that was worse than the Uncharted 2 that came out in PS3 is amazing. The power of 1, the power of 2, the power of don't pre-order. She runs like my 60-year-old uncle in flip-flops trying to catch up to his beer rolling down the sidewalk. Getting torched. So let's go ahead and look back again. So this is where Kay's going to the Jawas to get a mission.
Hey, I heard you could put a turret on my ship.
Now, real quick, you're going to see the facial animations for Kay aren't that great. It's almost like they barely animated her face, like she has Bell's palsy. Watch.
I'm sorry? She said she'll...
Like the face, just the way the eyes look, the way the mouths look, doesn't look that great. And also, interesting right here, and I'm being a little nitpicky, why did this have to be a female C-3PO right here?
Anywhere if you give her a tooth. Forgive the intrusion, but I sensed you needed an interpreter.
A female protocol droid, right? So look, I mean, look at the character. Like, it's blurry around the hairline. She just looks almost like that female character from Planet of the Apes. And just look at the facial animations. This is just being nitpicky too, by the way.
Oh, thanks, but I'm not giving her a tooth.
Right, so this mission is where you go to a tooth, you go to a Sarlacc pit. Now, let's skip ahead a little bit. You're going to see the open world aspect. I guess they tried to show it off. But if I was making an open world game, I wouldn't choose to showcase a barren desert. I would probably show like a very highly populated planet, maybe Endor, or something that has a lot of fauna, a lot of animals, a lot of creatures to showcase how alive the environment is. But Ubisoft just showed a little bit of speeder gameplay. Look at all this empty area. They're saying the speeder takes like 5 minutes to cross the whole entire map or so. How much of this is going to be empty space with nothing in it? Again, nitpicky, but I mean, so far it just looks like your average Ubisoft game, which, you know, okay. You know?
You saying I'll have competition?
Dead Sarlaccs get scavenged fast. Anyone else looking for a tooth?
So now let's speed up, and we're going to fast forward to stealth gameplay inside the Sarlacc pit, I'm sorry. So here's the mission where you start to like sneak around.
We're going in
you go into the Sarlacc pit. Again, to me, this just looks like a combination of
That's one math down.
Uncharted
Good,
with Assassin's Creed, which, okay, that's cool, I guess. But I don't know. I just, to me, when you think of like the bigger picture with like the pricing, stuff like that, this just doesn't scream like big hit
On
release.
that, I've got to find a way down to the bottom of this pit.
You know, we've played how many games that are like this? We even got the hook mechanic. It's Uncharted. It's Uncharted. But that's not the problem. You know, I could get over the fact that this game will be average. Let's look at the most replayed thing of this entire video, right? And you are going to laugh because this looks like a PS3 era explosion. Let's watch this. Let's watch this. Watch. Uh-oh, thermal detonator. Watch. Oh! Oh my god. Did y'all see that? That's the most replayed thing in the entire video. Let's watch it again. You're going to see how she flails. You're going to look at how terrible the explosion is. Just watch. Watch this. Look at that. Look how bad the explosion goes. The frame rate. How stupid the character looks. Just look at this. The screen even, like, fucking glitches out when it explodes. Watch. Oh, my God. So that little explosion thing is getting the most flack. They're saying that it looks terrible, looks poorly made. I just, dude, that looks ridiculous. Now, skimming around, you're going to see some of the stealth mechanics, the fighting, stuff like this. I guess you use, like, your little assistant creature friend. Again, looks like Assassin's Creed or any other Ubisoft game as far as gameplay mechanics go. Which it's okay. It's okay. But this game is getting torched. Now, you're going to see some explosion effects that look terrible here as well. That's the main thing a lot of people are pointing out is the explosion effects. Again, looks like you can replace any Ubisoft game with Star Wars or Assassin's Creed or Watch Dogs, and it's all the same at this point. Now watch this. This is weird because this is going to shoot off. This character actually looks further out from the explosion than Kay has. I'm honestly surprised they didn't take any damage on this.
They're headed for us.
Right? Didn't that look kind of odd? Look how far the character was. Look at the enemy over here. How far they are compared to Kay. See what I'm saying? It just looks like there has to be some fine-tuning. Now, I know some people are going to say it's still in beta, or this is like a pre-release. It's still being developed. You're close to the release date. I think within the next month or so, right? Now, there is some cool aspects here that I saw towards the end right here where you go into space, but they barely showcase anything from it. Like check this out. So you go up into space. It's that's a cutscene. That's a secret loading screen right there. Going up into space. Looks cool. Music sounds great. Captures the vibe. You get up here. Looks like we're getting into battle. And then it gets exciting.
We'll have more exclusive
And they
looks
cut it
at
off.
Star Wars Outlaws.
In my opinion, they should have opened it up with the space battle. But what do I know? What do I fucking know, right? Now, again, people were saying, canceled by pre-order after this footage, thanks IGN. It's given soulless cash grab energy. Thermal detonator is known for lightly pushing someone away. 10 solid minutes of don't pre-order energy. I feel like they didn't show the best that they could have for this game. Again, I didn't see anything that was too alarming. That explosion was fucking ridiculous. But this gameplay, again, just seems like average. You know, we wanted a really good Star Wars game. Nothing screams pre-order to me on this. I'm probably going to wait for it to get on sale unless I get a review code somehow, which I doubt Ubisoft will give me one at this point because I've been trashing their games. But it just, you know, you can see even right here, Bad Hombre at the bottom, which let me pull this up, says usually they pick the exciting parts of a game for these showcases, but this had me skipping through the video, laughing my ass out. You know, so Ubisoft came out and basically, and we're going to look at it in a minute, just this happened the other day where, like, within the 5-day thing, they dropped literally like this much down as far as stock goes. We covered this. And then if you look at how Ubisoft stock has been dropping over the past year or so, even longer than that, they're in trouble, guys. They've been playing it safe. Playing it safe with their stock, and this DEI infection is causing problems, but they're just not self-aware. And if you go to this article from Park Place, they did respond. And you can listen to this. These negative comments, all these negative comments about the gameplay, were also brought up at Ubisoft's most recent Q1 sales report call. One investor from Bank of America, guys, questioned Ubisoft's narrative that the game was receiving positive feedback, and even questioned if Ubisoft would delay the game following the negative feedback. So remember, 69,000 dislikes. And I bet if we refresh it right now, we're going to see even more than that. We're going to see even more than that. 70,000 dislikes now that I refreshed it. So Ubisoft was telling investors that there's positive feedback and they're being called out. They're essentially lying to them. So you can see the CEO responded saying the game has gone gold, so the date is well confirmed for August 13th. And as you mentioned, we'll be showcasing more content of a very high quality, multiple hours that will really show the depth of the open world. That is a key element of the promise to enjoy the exploration of the galaxy and with multiple planets, so that will bode well for the game in terms of high quality delivery. The company's chief financial officer also added, we've said also for the Star Wars level quality of the world, the experience, it's really high. We're also, I can't even read today. I'm dyslexic. That's just how confounded I am about that explosion. It says, we are really leveraging our engine. I think people will love it. So investors did not seem to be impressed by the sales call and the answers they got from them regarding Star Wars Outlaws as well as Assassin's Creed. The stock price plummeted over 12%. So yeah, that's where we got back to this after the investor call, guys. So I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I think, man, I really was looking forward to this game. I'm still going to definitely check it out. But aside from like the channel managers, the community managers not acting right, some of the racist things they're saying, all the weird lefty extremist type of like ideologies that they've been pushing as a company, Ubisoft needs a lot of restructuring at this point. And you again take the wokeness aside, as far as just like game development aside, it seems like they're just lazy. So we'll see what happens, guys. What do y'all think about that wacky ass explosion? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see you in the next one.